Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. Today I've got some mixed news, both some more answers from Dennis that I didn't go over in my big video because they were posted after I had already made the video and they weren't important enough to warrant a second video that day, as well as a new mod that shows potential future content. So first of all, the apology crate we were promised arrived today called Fixes Deployed, so log on to the game now to get this free crate. It contains 4,000 credits as well as 4 star cards, which as always were all duplicates, which meant that I got a total of 5,000 credits out of it. But now over to some more of the answers from Dennis out on the forum. Someone asked, is there a possibility of more than 2 heroes in a season? That would be awesome. And he said yes, sometimes there will be 0, sometimes there will be more than 2. So that is very interesting to hear, but I think that kind of goes back to what they've said a lot about the seasons, that we shouldn't just expect the same recipe as for the last game, where we get the exact same amount of heroes, same amount of maps, and so on in every DLC. But this time around, they're doing it a bit differently, and I would imagine that content-wise, the seasons will vary quite a lot depending on what the theme of the season is. Maybe we'll have like hero seasons where we'll just get a bunch of heroes, and sometimes there might be a season where we get like a hunt game mode and a new map, but no new heroes. And I think that is completely fine. That's how a lot of other games do it, especially now that you don't pay for each season, which means they don't have to uphold the same type of content in every drop. But I just hope people keep that in mind so they don't expect the same exact amount of content every single season. But moving on, he responded to some questions about the squad system, saying we're working on an improved play with friends system that's not unlike a squad system, no ETA just yet. So that is interesting to hear, that it seems like it's going to be very similar to the squad system, but it's not exactly the same. So maybe some type of mix of the partner system in the previous game and the Battlefield squad system, but I'm very excited for this as it's currently not very rewarding to play together with friends unless it's something like heroes versus villains. He also responded regarding online co-op, saying we hope to have online co-op added like it was in Battlefront 2015, but it's still ways off, unfortunately. And that's a big shame in my opinion, because it feels like they're really neglecting the whole play with friends part of this game. No private matches until a lot later, and the online co-op is still ways off, and there's still no proper squad system. So even things that we had in the previous game are not in this game, unfortunately, which I had to say is a big disappointment to me, because I was hoping they would treat it the same way like the last game, where we got private matches very quickly after. And private matches is basically the main thing that I think a lot of people want to see in terms of creating your own games and playing with friends. And lastly, he also confirmed that they are planning on expanding the roster of announcers, which I guess is always good to hear. I'm not sure if this just refers to the normal announcers or the specific lines as well, because I think it was a lot nicer in the previous game where they actually had callouts for each hero instead of just having some generic callout like right now, which is kind of underwhelming if you see Darth Vader or Palpatine join the battlefield. And lastly, we yet again got some cool stuff from Uninspired Zebra to show off, but this is according to him a mod and not something he has data mined. And what it is basically arcade on Bespin. This is part of the campaign, so if you've played the campaign you know where this is, and he managed to get arcade working on this map. He still says that there are a lot of missing things and bugs and so on, but it gives us an idea of how this map could work outside of the campaign. And when I see it like this, I'm actually thinking that this could work pretty well in multiplayer. Maybe not as Galactic Assault, I don't think the map is big enough, but for like Strike, Heroes vs Villains, and Blast, this map could definitely be a viable choice. And since there's been rumors about potential future Bespin content, well, why not include some maps both from this game's campaign and from the previous game's DLC? I think that would be a very nice thing to keep us occupied while we wait for the big drops. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.